Hey, how's it going? It's Jocelyn here with Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood, and I am really excited about today's episode. When I found out I was pregnant the first time, I was a little scared and nervous to talk to people about it. And today I want to share with you some things that I have learned over my past 4 pregnancies that have been really helpful in the first trimester. If you are listening to this episode, this is our Tuesday episode where I do a pregnancy-focused episode, and on Fridays I do a motherhood-focused episode. Thank you for joining. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. Okay, so today we're going to talk about 5 things that you'll want to have or look into for the first trimester of your pregnancy. First trimester must-haves. And these aren't really in a particular order, except for maybe saving the best for last. But we will get there in a little bit. But my first tip is to have some prenatal vitamins. Always talk to your doctor before you take a specific brand or whatnot and ask them, confirm with them if that prenatal is a good one for pregnancy and if it is okay for you to take. That is always a really safe thing to do, is to consult with your OBGYN before taking any type of pill for pregnancy. But prenatal vitamins can be very helpful because they contain folic acid. Now, folic acid is something that every cell in your body needs for healthy growth and development. If you take it early in pregnancy, it can actually help prevent birth defects of the brain and the spine, which are called NTDs or neural tube defects. Some studies have even found that taking that folic acid can help prevent heart defects and birth defects in your baby's mouth. So folic acid is one that they kind of add quite a bit of it to in prenatal vitamins. There are other vitamins and minerals in those. I'll probably do a different podcast episode on the nutrients in those prenatals. But from what I have been told and what I have experienced, taking these vitamins has been beneficial and is beneficial for mom and baby. But double check with your doctor on these. The second tip is to have some neutral tasting food in the house. So the first trimester tends to be the trimester where you begin to get nauseous. Usually around week 6 or so, give or take. Sometimes it can start earlier, sometimes later. A lot of women tend to get what is commonly referred to as morning sickness. And it is where you feel sick. For me, though, I didn't get it in the morning. It was in the evening. I had evening sickness, and it's not very fun. It's miserable, and then nothing tastes good or the same, and you get weird cravings. But during this time when you are nauseous and sick, having neutral tasting foods like plain crackers, plain bread, plain pasta, things that don't have a lot of extra added flavor but that will sit well on an upset stomach are things that will be really nice to have on hand. Saltines can kind of sometimes quell the nausea and help it not be so forthcoming, where some of the other foods that might have more spices or flavor may not sit very well during this phase of pregnancy. And that is in the first trimester. The third tip that I would give you for the first trimester must-haves is comfy clothes. Every time when I have been pregnant and sick, I can't stand tight clothes. Like, they make me feel more nauseous, and feeling like I have to throw up. I do not like any sort of tight clothes, especially around my belly. And sometimes even wearing a bra is too much. Find a comfortable bra if if you're getting ready to go through this phase or season, because I actually had days where I just wouldn't put one in at all. It was more comfortable that way and more doable, and I felt less nausea when I had comfortable, loose-fitting clothes. The fourth tip, which I wish I would have known about these types of things way earlier than I did. I didn't find out about them till like my third pregnancy. Maybe it was even my fourth. But they have little ginger candies that you can suck on that actually can help with the nausea. So that the third tip is to have some stuff on hand that can help you with the nausea. I will link to the ones I used. It's not an affiliate link or anything. These are just the ones that I had found and I liked. So you give those a try. Have some ginger, like even capsulated ginger. That helped me at times as well. And before you take like capsulated ginger, definitely refer to your provider again and check with them. My provider was okay with it, and so was I, and those also helped me to quell the nausea a little bit. But having those on hand is super nice because during those 6 weeks, you feel sick and you don't feel like going anywhere. And it might be pretty hard to get out of the store if you don't even feel like getting dressed or ready or putting a bra on. So having that already in stock, meaning in your cupboard or available for you to use, can be super helpful during this phase. All right, the last tip I want to share with you, which is one I wish I would have had available to me for all of my pregnancies, was the Positive Pregnancy Program. It is a positivity course that helps your mental health during pregnancy, and it actually is specifically made for those 6 weeks of pregnancy where you feel sick and down and discouraged and feel like you can't do anything and you are kind of in survival mode. They are videos, just short little videos, 1 to 2 minutes long, where you can lay on your couch or your bed or sit on your chair or in the recliner, and you just watch those videos and let your mind work with them. Taking care of mental health is important in pregnancy, and I think it's often very neglected. It's something that we often don't think about because we're thinking of all the physical aspects that we have to think about with pregnancy and changes, that sometimes taking care of our mental health and our mind can be forgotten. So it is self-led, so you can do these videos anytime when you are pregnant, but I know they will probably add the most value if you are really sick and hating life and struggling to find the positivity with being pregnant. It is called the Positive Pregnancy Program. Don't forget your mental health when it comes to your first trimester, when it comes to this pregnancy that you are excited about, that you look forward to bringing in children into this world. It can be easy to find the positive aspects of pregnancy because a lot of it is hard. Pregnancy is hard. But as you be intentional, as you take care of yourself, as you prepare and have some of these things on hand, you will be able to navigate this first trimester with a lot more ease than I did. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. I want you to find positivity in pregnancy. I want you to enjoy this 9 months and not loathe it. So I want to do a quick sum up of the 5 things we talked about today for must-haves in the first trimester. The first is those prenatal vitamins. The second was to have some neutral tasting food in the house for when you feel sick and you need something to sit in a tummy that is upset and feeling nauseated. The third tip was comfy clothes. Oh, these are a must, especially when you just can't wear tight things. They make you feel like you want to gag. Have some loose-fitting, comfortable clothes. The fourth tip was to have some type of ginger, nausea-relieving type candies to suck on, or even ginger pills. And the fifth tip was to take care of your mental health during this season with the Positive Pregnancy Program. If you are interested in that program, that link is going to be the top link in the show notes. And I will also put in the link for those little lemon ginger drops that I really enjoyed during my pregnancies. They did help quell the nausea. And as always, if you take extra vitamins or pills, check with your doctor or provider. They can help you know what's going to be safest for you and for your baby, because that's what we want. We want a healthy mom. We want a healthy baby, but we also want you to be happy. Your children need you. Your unborn children need you. God needs you. And you need you to take care of yourself during this first trimester. You got this, Mama. If you thought of some pregnant friends during this episode, will you share it with them? I don't do any paid advertising, so word of mouth is how this podcast gets out. It's through you. And it's also through you rating and reviewing it on iTunes. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being you. And most of all, thank you for implementing the things that you learn on this podcast. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness, so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be, through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.